This is by far the biggest opportunity to make money in crypto in 2025. And I'm literally giving you all of this on January the 1st. So this is the first day of the year. And we're going to go through all of the AI agent space in detail. I highly recommend you take notes because you might regret it later. We're still in the very, very early stages here. So let's get started. Now, everything I discussed today, I'm going to concentrate on Solana first as a blockchain for AI agents, AI agent platforms, and everything that's related to that. On another video, we'll discuss Base and virtuals and similar platforms like that. So let's get straight into it. This is a typical website of some of these new platforms that are launching. This is called SwarmNode, swarmnode.ai. And on these platforms, you can basically launch AI agents. And you can see the coin is performing really well at the moment. And since launch, which was only on the 21st of December, it's just been up only. And I personally think, even though some of these coins are going to get big pullbacks, it's still the very, very early days. You can see the volume is massive coming into here, and it's not really dropped off. You can see that on the chart below. However, a lot of the AI agents you've seen and a lot of the AI meme coins that were popular 2-3 months ago, they have faded completely and nobody really cares about them anymore. And I'll explain why in this video so it makes complete sense. So I'm going to try my best. Like I said, it's a bit of a complicated topic, but if you can get the gist of it, then you're doing really well and you're probably going to be ahead of 99% of people. First, we had AI. So this is basically your ChatGPT, you ask it a question, much like Google search, but a little bit better. It gives you some sort of educated response and reply. Then we move from that and we have agents. And basically, this is where, again, with some prompts, you can get AI to almost work for you on a particular task with a particular goal. And you can give it a set of parameters to do that. Now, all of these AI agents, they can now be launched by me and you on these platforms. And these platforms are where I think one of the largest opportunities is for 2025. Some of these agents will do well when they launch. Some of them, like maybe 5% or less. But most of them will just have a quick pump and dump and not do well at all. But the real opportunity is in the very few agents that make it. And I'll show you how to spot those as well. But the platforms for sure. And I'll show you proof of that as we go through the charts of some of these platforms. So basically, this is what's going on here. I personally would advise you not to get too deep into the tech side of things. You don't have to start becoming a coder or anything like that. You just have to spot what's unique in this new area. And also, probably a good thing, but utility is back in play. What does utility mean? Basically, this is those coins, potentially meme coins, that actually have some other benefit to them. Maybe it's a platform that generates revenue. Maybe the platform owns a certain percentage of each of these new agents that are being launched. Or maybe there are other ways they can monetize. Or maybe they're going to be shipping new products later on in 2025, which could be a game changer in this space. Let's get back onto some charts. So I've shown you the chart here for SwarmNode. Now on SwarmNode, there will be some agents launched that might have their own tokens that could do well as well. But the platforms are doing really well at the moment. As another example, I discussed recently this one, Spur, which has done really well. This is more an experiment. This was an experiment to see what would happen with AI evolution when AI creates its own AI. And here you've seen a lot of the original AI agent coins, as I mentioned in that video, they would go down in value, which they have done. And then it's the new ones that have increased in value and so on and so forth. But all the while, the actual value of the platform has been going up. It had this big dip from 80 million all the way to 30, and then it's right back up at all-time highs again. So clearly showing some good strength there. Now, the point of this video is not a prediction of where all of these coins will go in terms of price. In terms of generalities, I think we're very, very early. I think over a period of months, some of these could go very, very far. But again, even within the platforms, there are going to be some that do better than others. But right now, because there's so few platforms, I think it's a pretty safe bet. So, for example, this is Weifu, one I discussed a long time ago. And this is another AI agent platform related to Solana. And here, after the original kind of buzz here, so nothing happened for a long time from 18th of October. And then when people caught on to the whole AI agent thing towards the end of November, this really took off and went all the way up to 200. And then it looked like it was dying off and it was really struggling. But it still held its lows here at 30 million. And then we got a large kind of higher low here and it started to run again. Now, again, no guarantees with how this is going to perform, but you can clearly see from the volume there at the bottom, that more people are aping into these platforms. And this again is another one. It has its featured agents. You can see your latest agents, top agents, stuff like that. But it's not the agents we're focusing on here. It's the platform in general. In time, if one of these agents, you have a look through the Twitter profile, you see what its uniqueness is, what its utility is, maybe some of the agents you can look at too. Some of them will perform well. But the safer bet for 2025, I think, are the platforms. And the reason I'm pushing to get this content out right now, even on the 1st of January, is because I want to make sure this stuff is on your watch list. Because early is early, and in a few weeks, some of these platforms may have pumped actually quite a lot. So you're not really going to make the multiples if they do run. Again, no guarantees. This is cryptocurrency. All we're doing is we're just making calculated bets in different areas and sectors. But I'm showing you this because this is just one of my old watch lists. And the thing is, with these old dog coins and cat coins and related coins, you can see a lot of them. If you have a look at market cap, they're really, really struggled. So if you click on any of these, like for example, we've got Sigma here, Nubcat here, which was popular before. This is another old one, Melon Dog. Like, they're nowhere now in terms of the chart. And I don't really see any reason why in 2025 this is suddenly going to run to 300-400 million. I do see reasons why some of the platforms I'm sharing could run here and a lot higher. You have to remember with the AI thing, it's fun. There's a platform, there's a token, there were some AI memes. But this is not fun in 2025. AI agents is very, very serious business. In our daily lives, is literally going to take over. So in the space of the next 12 to 18 months, you are literally going to have AI agents in your life help you every single day with your day-to-day tasks. Be it something simple like emails, or it could be other house chores or tasks, finances, stuff like that. This is going to be a way of living now. And strangely, just through trading meme coins, you're almost at the forefront of technology here. Ironically, almost. So yeah, these coins, these cat and dog coins, no interest in them at all. And I highly recommend you stay away as well. Obviously, on Twitter, there'll be loads of people shilling, saying this is going to make a return. I mean, some crazy meme coin super cycle. Okay, don't fall for that. The way a super cycle works anyway is if you keep getting continuous pumps, the whole point is every single time there's a pump, it's a new narrative. It's a new narrative in play. And clearly, the one now, AI kind of makes a whole round turn and comes back again in a big way. And I think it's definitely AI agents this time. And we're already seeing the early signs of that. Anyway, let's look at another one. This is another one. This is called Agent Tank. And this is more advanced. So this is another layer over simple AI agents, simple AI chatbots on Twitter. Then you've got another layer where, for example, I've got here Ava, which is my example of a coin that potentially could be strong. This is not a platform, but this is just an AI agent coin. Maybe they'll make a platform related to it, who knows, but it's performing very well. And if you actually have a look at the Twitter, you can see that this is not just a simple chatbot. This is something more advanced. It's video, plenty of music. This can do market updates every single day. So it's a little bit more advanced than the simple chatbot ones we saw earlier on. So maybe that's why this is doing well too. And with this agent tank, it takes it a step further where this is actually interesting, because this is, you may have heard of this before, but the next level with AI there are already agents available that can kind of almost log in to your computer and do stuff in front of you. So whilst you're on the computer, it will literally go around, do your research for you, click on buttons, write emails. It's kind of surreal. I had a bit of a test with it. It's kind of surreal, kind of scary almost, but that already exists. That technology is here already. And with Agent Tank, tokenizing it all, and potentially you might be able to launch your own AI agents that do that on here too. Now, some of these new ones, you have to be careful because there's so many scams and so much stuff where people just talk the talk and there's no substance, there's no actual technology there, and they're not really building anything. So many ways you can look at it, but like I said, a lot of you are not going to be tech-minded. I'm definitely not a coder or a developer in any way. So one of the ways I check is I just check who's following the accounts. Make sure you're following a lot of AI important people, like AI devs and stuff like that. And when you click on the followed here, a lot of the people I'm following are following Agent Tank as well. For example, Shaw here, you've got Jeff, Ben Smith, Sammy as well, who makes a lot of really useful content when it comes to AI agents in particular. So it's good to see that they're following this too. Doesn't mean it's not some scam and they're not going to ship anything and stuff like that. We don't know. But again, it just gives you a little bit more confidence. And with all of these, like I said, look at the chart, because that's the main thing we look at here on this channel, is we look at the TA to see if there's any setups. But there's no point doing TA. So here's 3 sectors of meme coins. Here's your dog coins, here's your cat coins, and here's AI agents, and here's old AI funny meme coins that now nobody cares about. There's no point doing TA in the wrong places. If you're doing TA here or here and thinking you're buying some crazy 95% dips and they're suddenly going to reverse, you're going to get burnt and it's going to be a difficult 2025 for you. So these three areas I wouldn't touch with the barge pole. I'd put all my TA into this, only the more advanced AI kind of concepts. That's where I'm looking for tokens and coins, particularly the platforms. As I say, they're the safer bet right now until I see, obviously, yes, this agent is game changing. And the interesting thing is, some of the agents, and again, sorry if I'm going really fast because it's just so much to get through. So, take notes as you need. But like I said, I think this is going to be very, very big for 2025. And by the way, if you're enjoying the content, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I will try my best to do as many updates as I can, especially on this sector. So this is Bully. This is one we've discussed many, many times on this channel. Very, very decent AI agent, but now kind of getting a bit boring, almost a bit lame. And it's just a reply bot, just almost like a funny reply bot. As you saw many human beings do on Twitter for many years, and they've got big followings and they do thousands and thousands of posts every day. This is just another one of those. Now, this got to 240, looked like that was the all-time high, and it's dead from there. So I assume that too. Fine. Nothing wrong with that. And it will slowly die off into obscurity and nobody cares about it anymore. However, look, it's turned again. So my advice, if you see any coins like this, especially agents that turn like this, what did I say earlier in the video? Utility. First thing you do, go to the Twitter, go to the website, find out what's going on, see if they're doing something, they're shipping something. If you find crickets, like there's literally nothing there on Twitter, nothing interesting, just the same reply posting that this agent has been doing, then very likely this is a dead cat bouncer and it's going nowhere. However, if you have a look, you'll see that they're planning something here. And what they're planning is basically this. Actually, you can't even see it on here, but basically they're planning a platform, which is called Dolios. So let me show you that. So this one, sorry, not Dolios, it's called Dolion, DOLION.ai. You see they've got a wait list there. So this is now ready, but let me just show you the Twitter. You see the social AI platform powered by Bully. So here, Dolion.ai, and you can follow this here and you can read about all of the updates. But this is new information, like in the last few days. However, they kind of give you a heads up a few days ago, even before the price started pumping fully. But anyway, this is development. This is, them furthering this potential project here. So one click to deploy on Solana, no code needed. So again, same thing. They're developing their platform. So what do you want to invest in? Mainly the platform, but obviously Bully is the main token on that platform and everything goes through that. And Bully tokens get burnt or get bought back with any fees they make from this new platform. So again, let me just go over that again. So this is the platform. So this is the Dolion.ai. So Dolion is here, and their main AI agent, which I talked about here, is called Bully. But what if every time somebody launches a new something new on their platform, then basically they make some fees, small fees, 1 Solana, 2 Solana, whatever it might be. But what do they do with those fees? What if they have an automatic feedback loop where that goes into buying, burning, Bully, whatever, however they do the tokenomics? This is bullish for this main token. And a lot of the platforms behind some of the bigger AI agents that are doing well, they're going to think of doing something like this because they need to kind of keep this in what we call mindshare. They need to keep attention and interest. As soon as a token loses its interest on Twitter and elsewhere, it just dies in price. End of story. Simple as that. It's all about mindshare. And right now, the most mindshare is AI16Z. So if you're in any doubt, I mean, this is a token I talked about a while ago now. We're talking about, look through the channel, it's somewhere, I can't even remember. I think it was October, November, something like that. But basically this, if we zoom out here, crazy. 2.3 billion. That's where we are now. So we had that initial pump up, November, big pullback. Everybody forgot about it, 160 million. Just straight line. And this is the main Solana related AI platform now for agents. But like I said, it's not the only one. And that's why you have to be careful, because once they all get to this kind of lift-off phase, then you're not making any multiples. Like personally for AI16Z, kind of just forgot about it, and then it suddenly ran in the last few days. No point jumping in on it now. I think you still do multiples from here, but I think the risk reward is better for some of the new earlier platforms. They might not perform as well, but in terms of multiples, it makes sense. And also earlier I said, I'll show you that there's proof that this is really the niche that's taken up the sector. This is your proof, this chart. End of story. Like, there's no doubt now. Like, you can mess about with other stuff. You can play around with altcoins. There's XRP meme coins if you want to mess about with those too, and other platforms, other chains. But I don't think there's any mileage there. I think when everything has been dipping, and we might still dip more through January, especially for altcoins, what's ripping upwards? Very, very clear. And like I said, make sure you're following me here on YouTube, subscribe. Make sure you're following me on Twitter, because I do a lot of the faster updates on there too. I'll link it in the description below. I've got my Telegram channel as well, description below. And I could spend hours talking about this, but we'll save it for a future video. And like I said, I want to do the base ones as well. So we're going to do that very, very soon as well. Quick summary. So a few things to remember. Look out for the main agent tokens that are related. Look out for utility. Any new utility any of the existing platforms are doing, and when they are shipping that, because that could be little pumps in price. We're now moving towards utility, and it's almost a cross section between two different areas here. It's not just plain, oh, this meme coin's funny and we're going to ape into it for that reason. Those days are done now. Stick to platforms where possible. It's an easy strategic play. Still do your TA. Everything I've mentioned today is to add to your watch list and do your own analysis and look for setups on. But do your TA, buy dips, put stop losses in. And you can use software for that. First link in description is Bullex. And you can use Bullex, and here when it comes to sell, you can put limit orders, so you can put stop losses in, and you can set the market cap exactly where you want to in terms of selling. And you get that line come on your chart. So it just it moves based on where you think it doesn't make sense anymore, where you might be wrong in terms of kind of chart setup there. So make sure you use those two. I wish you all a blessed 2025, and I'll be back soon. Thanks for listening.